Meanwhile, check the dimensions of the sheet. Align the sheet and press X to cancel the blank line after confirming it is correct. After starting the fuel gas, regulate the pressure between 0.05 ampere and 0.1 ampere. In case steel plate is thicker, pressure may be regulated according to correct cutting process. 2. After opening oxygen, regulate pressure between 0.5 ampere and 1 ampere. In case of thick steel plate, regulate pressure according to correct cutting process. 3. Press the oxygen preheating button. Adjust the cutting torch, oxygen preheating manual valve, and fuel gas manual valve. Then, ignite and regulate flame to be neutral. 4. Press the cutting oxygen button and regulate the cutting oxygen on the system panel of the F1 auto interface. Due to the effect of cutting oxygen, a straight one line will form in the center of the neural flame. At this moment, press the cutting oxygen button on the system panel to close cutting oxygen. 1. Cutting torch up, down button. The cutting torch may be listed up and down by manual in any stators. Manual operations enjoy the top priority. 1. LCD window. Display status information, parameters and operating prompts, etc. 3. Status indicators. Arc. It will be on when plasma arcing. Motion. It will be on when successful arcing. Alter. The indicator is automatically controlled and the arc voltage controller will be on when it is under the status of auto control. 2. Arc volt set. Rotary coding switch. Under the standby status, rotate right or left to set working arc voltage conveniently. During the process of cutting and under the status of auto control, rotate right or left to regulate working arc voltage conveniently. Different arc voltage may be set according to the thickness of sheet. 3. Press the switch under the status of standby to select and set other complex parameters. 4. Button of initial positioning time setting. The value of setting ranges between 0 and 1 second. The screen displays the set value simultaneously with rotary setting. 5. Button of piercing delay time setting. The value of setting ranges between 0 and 5 seconds. The screen displays the set value simultaneously with rotary setting. 6. Arc testing button. Press the button to test arcing under the status of standby. During the process of arcing, press the button again to end arcing testing. 7. Initial positioning testing button. Press the button for initial positioning function test under the status of standby. Upon completion of positioning, return to the status of standby automatically. Press the button at any time to end the initial positioning testing function during the process of initial positioning. The duration may be set according to the thickness of the sheet. 8. The set value of arc voltage differs depending on the thickness of the sheet. In case of small arc voltage, there will appear cutting gun when auto manual button is pressed. In case of excessive arc voltage, the cutting torch will be far away from the sheet during the process of cutting, thus leading to arc breakage. Rotate the preset arc voltage value to right. Potentiometer will be increased and left to reduce the voltage. 1. After pressing the button of start, press F up to accelerate cutting speed, and F down to decelerate cutting speed during the process of cutting. 2. During the process of cutting, press page up, S up, to lift the height of the cutting torch and release the button to stop the downward movement of the cutting torch, and press page up, S down, to lower the height of the cutting torch and release the button to stop the downward movement. 3. Press pause button during the process of cutting, and then the system may step back or advance and move to the position of flame mount. Press penetration to continue cutting. 1. Transmission grabs in the U-disc to the control system and saving. Insert the U-disc with nesting grabs into the interface support plate USB interface. Press F3 edit, F6 U-disc, F1 input on the main menu. Select the file name and transit U-disc procedures to the system processing program area. Press F3 save to input the file name and press enter to save the file in the system. 2. Setting of cutting parameters. Set preheating delay parameters and penetration delay parameters. Select flame, plasma selection parameters, and edge penetration selection parameters. Press F7 save after parameters are set. 3. Open the gas, ignite, and regulate the flame. 4. Press F1 Auto to enter the auto processing interface on the main menu for system operation. Press F to set the speed of auto cutting. 5. Move the cutting torch to the initial cutting point. Press Start to cutting. 6. Press F up or F down to increase or reduce cutting speed during the process of cutting. 7. During the process of cutting, if the flame cutting torch is higher than the position of the steel sheet, press S down to lower the cutting torch. If it's lower, press S up to lift the cutting torch up. 1. Transmission grabs in a U-disc to the control system and saving. Insert the U-disc with nesting grabs into the interface support plate USB interface. Press F3 edit, F6 U-disc, F1 input on the main menu. Select the file name and transit U-disc procedures to the system processing program area. Press F3 save to input the file name and press enter to save the file in the system. 2. Setting cutting parameters. Set arc voltage testing parameters, penetration delay parameters, and flame plasma selection parameters. 3. Open plasma power source and plasma cutting gas to set cutting current and pressure. 4. Press F1 Auto to enter the auto processing interface on the main menu for system operation. Press F to set the speed of auto cutting. 5. Move the cutting torch to the initial cutting point. Press Start to start cutting. 6. Press F up or F down